I'm Renata Duma, interview coach. In last week's episode, we talked about the fact that when it comes to interviewing, and life for that matter, you are what you think you are. And the more you think yourself in a positive light, the more likely you are to create a positive reality for yourself and land any job you want, every time. If you're not convinced yet, here's another way of illustrating the power of thoughts. I'm sure you, like everyone, have had to perform some tedious task like balancing a spreadsheet, doing dishes after a wild party for 20 of your closest and most intimate friends. Or let's take weeding a garden, for example. Not fun. Definitely not fun. Or can it be? Let's look at it this way. It's time to weed that wicked garden of yours again. So you say to yourself, like most people do, because we're a society of moaners. More on that coming up. Okay, here I go. Man, this really sucks. I don't want to do this. Can I do this later? Maybe I can get away with not doing this at all. In fact, I really don't mind the way the weeds look. And then you hear your partner calling to you, "How's the garden coming, honey?" And you jump to attention saying to yourself, okay, I'm going. Darn. Now, just for fun, let's imagine it's time to weed that wicked garden of yours again. This time, with your new mindset, you're thinking you're ready for those nasty, snarly weeds. Bring them on. You grab your golden trowel, imagine donning your bright yellow, specially designed Lycra suit, aka the Incredibles, the one with the giant W on the front and a flowing lime green cape. In the background, Eye of the Tiger is playing as you dash out into the garden, brandishing your golden trowel, yelling, "Beware, you pesky varmints, you're no match for the weed man or woman. You're in for it now." A totally different experience, isn't it? Here's the bottom line. If thought is energy, then the words we use to express these thoughts must have energy too. That's really a no-brainer. As I mentioned earlier, we're a society of moaners. Laugh if you may, but here's proof positive. How do 99% of the people you meet or interact with in a day respond when you ask them how they are? Well, what are the most typical responses? These are some of my favorite. I'm surviving, or I still have a pulse, or not too bad, could be better, or here's my favorite, I'm still here, aren't I? Now, I know we're all guilty of this from time to time, but just think, what would happen if whenever you were asked how you are, and no matter how you were feeling, you say, "Just brilliant. Thanks for asking." Wow, sets quite a different tone, doesn't it? You can just feel the difference that saying something so positive makes. It's positively scintillating and infectious. Now imagine if everyone did this. Wouldn't that be brilliant? I'm not denying that there are times when we need to be completely authentic with our emotions and admit that we're scared or anxious about interviews or about anything else. Bottling up or denying your feelings leads to all kinds of strife. There's a time and place for everything, and recognizing your true emotions is vital to maintaining balance in one's life. But what I'm talking about here is choosing to be positive and creating that reality for yourself with the words you speak, and about verbalizing your confidence by hearing yourself say, "I'm great, I'm brilliant," and mean it. Why? Because you really are. If you don't believe it, why should anyone else believe it about you? Happiness is a choice, not a byproduct of any action. How many times have you said to yourself, "Things will be better when I land that job," only to say the same thing again after having landed the job? And surprise, you're no happier than you were in the first place. And then it begins again, a cycle of doldrums. You keep talking yourself into believing things will be better when, instead of choosing to think that everything is just wonderful and as it should be, and choose to be happy in the moment. I'm not saying things can't be better for everyone, but the fact is, always believing they'll be better someday is going to make things better someday. I repeat, when? Someday. Not now, not here, and certainly not immediately. So to find out how to make things better now,